Hello, Internet. I was gonna play some more Half-Life, but I wasn't feeling up to it. To be perfectly honest, I have concerns, and I'd be surprised if anyone had zero idea as to why that might be. But in light of what's been going on recently, watching the headlines and seeing what people have been up to, listening to other people talk, I'm concerned. I'm not so much worried that I'm gonna get sick. I'm more concerned in terms of people getting sick, friends or family or anyone else getting sick, particularly those who can't fight an illness as well. But one of the things that most concerns me is the way people are acting, the way people are treating this. And there are a lot of people who are taking an abundance of caution, washing their hands more, being careful not to cough or sneeze on people, using hand sanitizer, things like that. Things that are reasonable and are good ideas, good ways to try to curb the spread of this. But one of the things that concerns me is we're also seeing people being selfish, thoughtless in a lot of ways, or at least wrong thinking. The people who are going out and hoarding toilet paper, of all things, the people that are clearing store shelves and not leaving anything for anyone who didn't go out, rush to the store as soon as they possibly could. The people that are buying, 20 people's worth of toilet paper in a day, buying 6, 8, 10 gallons of milk at a time, 20 loaves of bread. I'm concerned by the fact that people are thinking of hoarding like that rather than taking the time to evaluate what's going on, what they can do, what they should do before they act. Because if you think about it, toilet paper, who needs extra toilet paper when something like this is going on? It's not like you're going to run out faster if you get sick. Like, boxes of tissues make more sense. I can imagine, if you do get sick, you're probably going to need more tissues than normal. But even then, one of those big 8 packs of tissues should be sufficient for a household for the duration of this. But people aren't, apparently, in all places, getting things that make sense, like canned foods. There have been people who go in and they'll clear an entire grocery store of everything in some places, and in other places they're only going for soap, hand sanitizer, toilet paper, and bread. So the fact that people are hoarding is concerning to me. The fact that people are hoarding supplies that are not necessarily the most valuable things you could get. The level of panic is concerning as well. It is important that we approach this with caution. It's important that we be aware that this could be very dangerous. It could be deadly. It could be devastating to certain people. It isn't something we should be taking lightly, but we should all be calm, and we should all be level-headed, and we should be thoughtful and cautious. We shouldn't be freaking out when an illness spreads. We shouldn't be suddenly hoarding things. I think it's good to consider the fact that if you feel the need to go out and get a bunch of supplies at one time, you weren't prepared at all. I think it's good not to, go prepper and have 6 months worth of food and water and supplies all stocked up, but you should probably at any time be ready for shortages. I think we are probably so used to living in a culture where everything is available on demand and in great abundance that most of us in America, or at least the parts I'm familiar with, are prepared psychologically or practically, literally, for if something happens. If the power grid were to be destroyed somehow, one of the more practical ways that could happen would be a solar flare. If a solar flare that we weren't expecting devastated our power grid and the internet's down, power's down, water's down, most of us probably aren't ready. In my house, we tend to have a couple cases of water, and we've got at least a couple weeks worth of food. ready to go, but from hearing a lot of people, most households have maybe a couple days worth of food. They might have some water, but they'll think, oh, well, if there's something happening, I'll go get 6 cases of water. It might be better if we all had a contingency plan, a backup plan, had something prepared so that we'd be more ready in the event of everything has shut down and resources are not available. But I think definitely the worst plan is to think, I'm just going to go and get a bunch of supplies because now I know something's wrong, so I'm going to stock up. I didn't really have anything particular to say here. I just wanted to get that off my chest, that I'm concerned that people seem to mostly be trying to make up for not having a plan, it seems, and not knowing the best way to go about it, not knowing what they really should be getting. I'm just afraid a lot of people don't know how to protect themselves and protect their families from viral spread or from a natural disaster or anything that might come our way that we're not expecting. And I think there's just a lesson to be learned that we should think more. We should prepare more. Like I said, not stocking up 6 months worth of supplies and being ready to fight off a zombie apocalypse, although maybe we should be ready for that. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. Hopefully. I think I've taken up enough of your time, so I'll just say thank you for listening to what I have to say. If you have anything to add or comment or concerns about anything I'm saying, drop a comment down below. I don't mind having a discussion, and I'd like to have some discussions with you guys and expand it. If there's anything else you guys want to talk to me about when I'm not quite up to playing some games or anything else I'm planning on, just let me know. Anyway, until next time, stay safe, watch out for zombies, and wait for Senpai to notice you. Bye-bye.